We are on air. Checking YouTube. YouTube
Yep.
loading. Alright. We are live. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Night Sky Arena. We have another banger today. The lower final, SO9 versus Daybreak. Two proficient teams so far in this tournament. Both teams with a pretty incredible story thus far. SO9 obviously came into this tournament looking like the absolute favorite. After a very shaky performance during groups, they bounced back in playoffs and haven't looked back, only dropping a series to Deviate Wukong. And honestly, dropping a series to Wukong is pretty justified. I don't know a team who wouldn't. Daybreak, on the other hand, looked absolutely horrendous during groups. They were formed as a pub team of random players from the tournament who were looking for team, and to be honest, no one really expected them to succeed. A lot of people had high hopes, but they weren't exactly a standout team, and they were pretty forgettable during groups. Actually, honestly, they were pretty not forgettable just because they were terrible, but during playoffs, man, I mean, just it's kind of surreal seeing them in the lower finals after everything that's happened. After Amazon Aimers fell apart and all the players went over to Daybreak, it's just drastically gotten better, which also kind of reinforces the narrative around the fact that Amazon Aimers might have been a little bit mismanaged almost, which is absolutely no flame to anyone in charge of that team, to any of the calling or management structure at all. That's no flame. I think that it was just a little bit misguided in terms of the priorities of that team. And looking at Daybreak, they have priorities and they have very clear win conditions. They just run it down and they just do their best to shoot the other team, right? They just keep it simple. Shoot the other team and you win. And it's gotten them this far, but they're going to have to get even farther now against SO9. It seemed that you're not just going to be able to out-aim. You're going to have some actual genuine depth to your play against a team that is genuinely very, very smart and just full of talent. And at the end of the day, whoever loses this game can go out in third place and be remembered in coming seasons. But you're still going to be eliminated. It doesn't matter if you're remembered or not. The ultimate goal has to be making it far. Oh my god. Hold on, this is churning. Holy crap. Okay. Already SO9 starting out, pressure over towards C. Azuro holding tight, but Izanami takes the timing perfectly, eliminates the lurk. It's a four-man fight in their spawn paint, and Onodaya ultimately winning it out. 3 versus 3 now. Mason searching for picks, forced to back off. Rotations coming through now as well. Animated on the lurk. Onodaya finds a pick onto Mason. A site relatively weak, just reality on site. However, it's still reality, but no Viper puts him down. Animated, last one left alive. He's done great things, but this will be a step too far for him. Boundless gap to close, spike down, smokes himself off. SO9 have no idea at this point in time, although he does make a slight step. Nobody hears. Molly comes through, paint, closes the round out. First round goes to SO9.
Yeah, and as we saw there, SO9 wanted to go make their way over to C, but they didn't want to test with the KJ, not knowing if she had the setup or not. Giving enough time for Daybreak to send 3 up A long, and they're able to walk out of there with 2, but they also lost 2 in the process, with Mason trying to back up, gets picked off, trying to get back to site, and the round just kind of came from there.
SO9 pressuring middle this time, have the read on Daybreak. Daybreak love to fight mid on their egos. This time around though, playing relatively passive. Mason information gathered from this jump spot. Turret as well. Finds a little bit of extra information, but it's Chamber solo in C long instead. SO9 are grouping up to to hit through garage. Might go terribly wrong if they don't play this right. Reality still just holding passive, calling the rest of his team back over. Shadow of 9 beginning to suspect, but Azura walking out does not clear the corner. Reality catches him sleeping at the wheel. Shadow of 9, however, looking to speed up and capitalize. Crossfire found. There's an Nami with 2! Classic doing work! And all of a sudden, Shadow of 9, man disadvantage. Mason, stun goes up, paint. 1 HP to be found. Average straight through the smoke. This is going so terribly wrong. Daybreak, second round, and you're already showing us your antics, Viper. Hoping to equalize this as best as he can. Finds a pick onto Mason, finds a second onto Average. All of a sudden, 1 versus 1. Looking to right his team's wrongs. Animated with the Guardian. Weapon advantage into this eco. Spike still in garage, but Viper playing it oh so slow, ever so calm and patient. Clearing his angles carefully. Animated just backing off, holding C as best as he can. So many angles to account for. Time running out, making it painfully clear where Viper is going to have to end. It's C site. Animated around the angle. Viper knife out, jumping around. Animated takes the thrifty round for Daybreak.
I'm kidding. I'm terrible with money.
What a round from Daybreak, just shutting down the buy round from SO9 right there. SO9 tried making their way up garage, but it went very poorly as Azura walked in by himself first, didn't clear the left corner, and Reality walks away with 1, and the round kind of collapsed from there. But as they all duked it out in bottom mid and garage, it come down to a 1v1 between Animated and Viper.
Right.
And
coming into this round, Daybreak have the weapon advantage once again. Should go to them, obviously. Recon immediately broken. Average calling his team back over, but Mason wastes no time hopping on this flank. Unfortunately, Paint will find him, forces Izanami to fall off the angle. Animated still fishing for picks in mid-window. Smoke goes down just to retrieve the spike. Spike now will be found, but Animated hoping to push his luck even further, just holding the smoke. Want someone to walk straight in unbeknownst to him. Right around the angle. Smoke fades now. Izanami walking out. Drone goes out. Animated catches 1. No, instead, Izanami calls for backup. Finds 2. 3v3 now. Reality puts it in a 3 versus 2. Viper will be found in return. Open A site. Shocks go through. They do miss, but at least there was an attempt. Spike ticking away. Pressure fully on Daybreak. A push goes through as well. Roof and Azuro hoping to isolate the fight against Average. Phoenix ultimate now goes out, and Izanami wants to stick it. Already halfway. Gives them an incredible advantage. Tap of the spike. Azuro finds 1. 1 versus 1 now. Izanami's been good. Azuro around the angle. Izanami 3k to find the round. Second round goes Daybreak's way. Just narrowly by an inch, but a round's a round. They're gonna be happy with that.
yeah, Daybreak following through after winning that second round on the eco. Izanami made his way up that flank really fast there. Got pressured off by Paint, but he just kind of waited around until Animated made a play happen, and he was able to capitalize off of it and take out 2. And
100%. And part of this game so far, you know, so early on, first 3 rounds, Shadow of 9 feel kind of scared of Daybreak, right? They're giving Daybreak a lot of respect in A. Like even now, there's no presence over towards A. I get that it's an eco or whatever. I get that it might be an important round. You can't just leave A open like that, because that just allows the full rotations to come through on the side of Daybreak. However, still anchoring C as best as they can. Phoenix ult handedly dispatched. Viper finds 2 somehow, opens the side up.
Spike planted.
Spike goes down. Pressure again on Daybreak. Azuro on the angle, finds 1.
oh,
Izanami, flick of the wrist.
Last player
Make
standing.
sure that disaster will be avoided. However, still a pseudo disaster in its own right. 1 versus 4. Just holding spawn at this point. Might just want to play for damage. Save this rifle into the next. Which is exactly what she will be doing. I think the narrative this time around is the fact that Daybreak were given so much free space on A and the rotation was allowed to come through so quickly, but they still tried to anchor the C site and lost the round because of it. They didn't have the numbers to fully execute a retake. Never mind the push coming through garage that went absolutely unaccounted for. It's just
Yeah, it was just a great round from SO9. They really they decided to stop being scared. I mean, you see it right there. They just popped the Phoenix hole, ran it right down. They wasted no time getting onto that site. Viper was able to walk away with 2, and they just, especially one of them being that KJ trying to hold down the site. It's a lot easier to get the bomb down when there's no sentinel holding it.
this time around, A-Long pretty barren at this point. Neither team wanting to fight for this early. Shadow of 9 though, a little bit of a late contact walk down. Average just alone on the site, hoping to play from heaven, maybe get a pick or two. Bomb's still in spawn. At this point in time, even the Sova walking towards A. They will just be allowed to walk onto site, but Daybreak read this pretty well. Average, though, does fall. Mason has allowed himself a gap on site. Finds proof with a good shot, but still has more to do. Damage goes on to the first. Animated does get the trade. Onodaya, though, in hell. Blocking this retake off. Viper on the lurk. Finds Animated. Reality is allowed to find the pick. 1 versus 2, though. This is pretty hopeless. Might just want to play for damage at this point. Sheriff to be found. Paint takes contact. Flash goes out. Onodaya around the angle. Reality finds the first, but Onodaya saves it before it can become an issue.
It was just a really well played default from SO9 right there. They made the presence over on C, as the other 3 made their way up on A, and AVG tried peeking out of heaven, hoping to get a timing on somebody. Unfortunately, peeked into 2, got sprayed out through the wall, and with nobody else being on site, SO9 were able to just collapse on and get the bomb down and hold it for post.
Summer Chamber Operator will be allowed to take a gander out towards middle. Daybreak yet again thinking that they have free space over towards A, but Shadow of 9 have started taking advantage of Daybreak's complete lack of proactivity, to be totally honest. Just taking all this space for free. There's no utility to be used so far. A-Long is theirs. Last round they walked onto site for free and even got a pick for their troubles. This time around, Average playing it way too passive. Spam does come through. Makes it out alive, barely, but it's worth something. Hit comes through. Average still playing in heaven. Daybreak hoping to fast flood, but looking more unlikely by the second. Shot goes through. Over on site. Onodaya with the plant. 1 closer to the Phoenix ultimate.
Spike planted. You should run.
Killjoy lays this ultimate down. Paint does pop the Sova ultimate in response, and ult for an ult. Viper even finds Mason a pick for his troubles. Operator temporarily falls off the line. Flash goes through. Reality finds the first, animated with the second. Daybreak all of a sudden making this look dangerous, but Viper and Azuro hoping to make sure this doesn't go awry just yet. Izanami, though, has been absolutely spectacular. Paint on the angle, and Scooby-Dooby-Doo! It's Izanami! Who else but you? Spike, so dang close, but I believe that she might just have it. And oh my god, Izanami!
Oh my god.
Makes diamonds, baby.
True 1 versus 3 for the ages to find the 3rd round for Daybreak. This is the type of X factor that makes Daybreak so dangerous. Even whenever you've already won the round, literally already won the round, you have men advantage, Spike goes down, Daybreak have wasted an ultimate essentially. You still have to be scared of just one dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's just an amazing 1v3 clutch right there. It didn't look very winnable, but was able to somehow pull it out of the hat and make it work.
Shadow of 9 have read this round pretty well though. Right as Daybreak start to actually fight up on A, Shadow of 9 gearing towards middle. Senti utility immediately goes down. Animated, reclearing the space as best as he can. A little bit of a pot shot, damage done onto Proof. No kill to be found just yet. Daybreak float back over towards C long, which is completely barren as of now. Reality is the only real presence over towards this site. He's just playing it safe in garage, hoping to catch Azuro sleeping again. Hit comes through, shocks as well to avoid any damage from the Killjoy utility. Dart goes out in the backside. Daybreak now grouping up to flood. Reality kicking it off. Finds Azuro. Phoenix ultimate goes out. Doesn't find much, but Animated pops his ultimate in response. Onodaya neutralizes him, but Average backside finds 2. Onodaya with a third. Wonder Kid working wonders. 2 versus 3. Izanami. Heal comes through. Viper stuck in long. Average last left alive. Onodaya 4 on the round. 1 HP left. Around the angle, and Onodaya with the 5k. Working wonders to find this round. And honestly, Shadow of 9, we're going to be okay even if Onodaya didn't go crazy. But Onodaya went crazy. And I'm sure that they have no complaints. That's Madara for you.
Yeah, no, for sure. That was a very well played attack round. They put the fake and the pressure towards garage, pulling the KJ off site. Since they broke the turret, they had to put a body in there. And then, you know, you need to have a second person in there just in case they flood in. And unfortunately, it did not work out for Daybreak as SO9 slowly flooded up main and just slammed site with nobody on it.
Right. I don't know, so it was pretty discoordinated. They could have used that Clovolt way better to actually kick something off instead of just searching for picks, but looks like a complete repeat of last round, minus the 3-man A walk-up. Onodaya, yet again, allowed to break this turret unpunished. Izanami on the flash was too late, decides not to pop it, but Reality basically instantly re-clears all of garage. However, I'm sure that Shadow of 9 wanted to put that fake pressure in garage. They didn't really need the space necessarily as much as they wanted to create a gap and then hit over towards A. Or not even hit, really, they're just contacting. Average on the angle, almost allowed to find Viper. Leaves him on 1 HP. Mason last on site in typical Daybreak fashion, refuses to fall off and said, dies to Proof. Site completely opened up, but Reality on the flank manages to find Paint, catches him off while he's droning. Azuro, another flanks on flanks, spots 2 in heaven. Proof catches Reality. Daybreak's flank now gone.
Watch out.
Izanami dueling with Azuro, wasting time. Spike ticking down, time slowly running out. Izanami decides she has to do something, flashes around the angle. Azuro still holding the flash, almost good if Izanami didn't expose herself, and Azuro catches 2. And all of a sudden, Shadow of 9 have seemed to really be running away with this, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're looking at 2 in a row. They really capitalized there off of, you know, learning from their mistakes in the first eco round. That round 2, that went very horribly. They realized, hey, on their ecos, these guys want to fight mid, and they entirely avoided it. And luckily, they were able to catch AVG trying to get himself posted up and inserted on that A main, trying to walk away with at least 1.
Average, by the way. I don't know why he Deviates it. Dart goes out, another re-clear of A. Shadow of 9 pretty much playing Daybreak perfectly. And this time, they seem to have the read somehow. It's an empty B site waiting for them. Hit goes through, Daybreak completely not expecting this. So much space to work with now on the side of Shadow of 9. Onodaya just sitting in the smoke, pushes out. Reality, though, does find him a little too ballsy for my liking. Proof playing in backside, but Mason seems to have the read. Wall goes through, stun as well. Slide straight through. Proof, though, stunned up, still finds Mason animated on the trade. Average flank goes through, finds Paint, finds a second as well. Azuro last left alive again on the flank. Izanami, Spider Sense alerts her. Pretty hectic round.
Yeah.
You don't deserve
I mean, you saw Ono getting ready to swing out of the smoke right as Izanami walked in the garage. It looked like it was a really scary one that was going to get isolated with reality, but still didn't go the way that Ono wanted it to. They were able to get that really good execute on the B after just making no noise anywhere
Right.
and dragging them off the site.
Right.
But-
Part of me understands what Onodaya was trying to do, right? He was trying to take that timing.
Yeah, for sure.
As he knew someone was in garage, he just had that kind of game sense intuition, but another part of me wishes that he would have just flashed there if he really wanted to find value, instead of trying to just take the timing, because that was ultimately what led to that round being lost. This time around, does look like a 4-man push up through long. Reality on site, just hoping to be this proficient anchor we've seen him be before. This time though, he will get smoked off. Spam comes through. A good bit of damage done onto Proof.
Spike planted.
Mason somehow is wrapped all the way through garage. Now, does he account for Viper's insertion? It does look like he's considering it, but no, Viper catches Mason right as he turns his head. Drone comes through. Average hoping to get this retake kicked off. Phoenix Wall goes through, allows Daybreak to flood, but the paranoia absolutely perfect. Average though, and Izanami and animated everyone all at once. Finding these picks, Onodaya last on site, flash goes through, finds animated, and Onodaya with the 3K saves the round.
Holding it down. The SO9 got that site, they flooded onto it perfectly and took all of the space and just destroyed the KJ util, disrespected it, got the bomb down, but it didn't matter in the end. Oh my goodness. Ono saving the day as Daybreak walked back out, almost getting the round in their hands, and unfortunately it just slipped right through.
I wish that Daybreak would do something else on their defense. Like, it just seems super...
Yeah.
The calling is just so two-dimensional right now.
Yeah.
Reality, a little bit of a whiff. Not something you usually see. Did change his setup up to account for the shocks. Side smoke will be given for him. Shadow of Nine called back over to the A site. Azuro and Viper now just walking down. Average and Izanami have read this pretty well. Average caught out with Izanami looking the opposite direction. Smoke goes through onto Heaven. Mason breaks his flank trip. Adds a little bit of extra pressure, but won't do much. Just forces Shadow of Nine to speed up onto the A site, where they already are. Mason, in reality, forced to take their time on this wrap through B, but for some reason they're looking back towards garage, so any chance of a fast flood is now foiled. Mason on the jump spot. Viper forced off the line. Just a Bucky to work with. Killjoy ultimate goes down, and another Sova ultimate immediately trades it. Mason blinded up in backside. No value to be found. Animated though. Well,
Target down. My ult is ready.
and by a collateral. Animated though. Working magic so far. 3 on the board, would have to find an ace to win this round. Smoke goes down. Proof slides out. And animated.
It's not quite.
Barely runs out of bullets. 4-7.
Last round in the half.
That was just a really well played slow round, and that's what we're calling this timeout right here. They just played that very slow. They got the site once again. They're not struggling to get site, but it's just somebody's always able to you know, one of the defenders are always able to come out and get 2, maybe even 3, like in that case, and the round starts to crumble right in front of SO9. But just as things are starting to look, you know, look a little too bright for Daybreak, SO9 are able to just turn it around and walk away with it.
Izanami does pop this timeout. And this timeout will only really be for one more round on their defense. It's a little bit confusing. But at the same time, I can understand a little bit of extra conversation around maybe their next half, maybe calling a strat.
They are, I mean, at least on the setup, they're playing it a little differently with putting the Phoenix over towards C. They haven't been doing that, but they're still only leaving one on A.
And honestly, against a double duelist composition like Shadow of Nines, it's pretty good to see Daybreak getting 4 rounds, possibly a 5th. 5-7 half would be pretty good, and 4-8 would be workable, at least with a pistol.
Definitely. Looking to fight mid though.
Viper completely shuts it down, reading that perfectly. Reality playing ballsy, a position that has gone unchecked thus far, and this might just be incredible. Reality on the flank, spike goes down. Phoenix, impending sense of doom, sent back to where he came from before he finds one, of course, but still Reality stunned up, might finally go down. Proof puts him in his grave. Not before he completely wrecks any chance Shadow of 9 had onto the C site. Azuro though acts fast into their spawn, catches Average out. Sixth Sense goes, just doesn't tell him anything. Plant goes through now, animated, last one left alive. Would have to be an absolute miracle. Azuro. Fake teleport. Just another layer for Animated to have to consider. Taking his time ever so carefully. Does he consider he's on top of the box? Animated does not clear Jack. 4-8. And that's where the half will end. Could you yeah, timer. 1.
Nightmare is becoming real.
Could you pause the timer for a minute and keep track of that?
Pause it?
Yeah, for a minute. For halftime.
There's no... I don't have a way to pause.
Got you. Could you just let me know whenever the minute is over?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't have... There was no pause on my screen.
Oh, good. Just like keep track of the minute.
Yeah.
Alright, everyone, we'll be back after halftime.
Yeah, no clue. That was... Where is it? Not just normal cheat spot? Over.
All right, everyone. Hello. Welcome back. That was our very, very brief halftime. Well, coming into this half, Daybreak on their better half, to be honest with you. Shadow of 9, though, immediately showing them how it's done. True proactivity. Viper engagement taken. Both get out alive, but Daybreak quickly breaking into garage. Decisive and pacey. C-split. Finds an open C site. Yeah, but Shadow of 9 have a 3-man flank coming through. Azuro as well inserted into garage. Onodaya finds one, Animated immediately trades him out and finds Azuro as well. Sun goes through, Animated pushing the pace, but Viper, look at the wrist, finds Animated, Proof as well. Kills the anchor. Just 2 left alive. Tightened up in backside is Average and Mason. Mason finds Proof, 1 left alive, Viper. Wonder Kid would have to work his magic. Magic he does work, he finds the first, but Mason avoids disaster. Clean shots for sure into this round to find the pistol for Daybreak.
Really interesting round. Seeing the 3-man flank come through. You know, we have Inazumi go up to garage, we'll get one, instantly get traded out, and then as that happens, Animated looks right at window and gets Azura for a second, and at the end of it, came down to just a 1v1, almost being clutched up by Viper, but falling in the hands of Daybreak.
Revealing area.
Dart misses for Shadow of 9. Viper just walking out and giving Animated a free pick. What are you doing? In a game like this?
leaving C wide open.
Right?
And they know it too.
Daybreak's ticket into the round. I mean, obviously it's an eco round for Shadow of 9, but any chance you might have had otherwise is now completely foiled.
Spike
Average
planted.
Zero
plant
shifting up
goes
garage.
down. Maybe some damage can be done. Izanami though, making it abundantly clear that action will not be tolerated. Anti-flash from Onadaya on his own
One enemy
teammate.
remaining.
Damage has been done, but at the end of the day, Daybreak still looking like they will come out on top. Proof as a Guardian, let's see what he can do.
Gotta go.
Finds Mason. All of a sudden, this damage is becoming pretty good for Shadow of 9, but Animated does find the rounds. Not before half of his team goes down. I mean, honestly though, against a team like Shadow of 9, the best you can probably hope for is getting out with 2 alive. So, overall pretty good. We know that Shadow of 9 have been a pretty proficient team on their ecos.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of bodies garage there. About 4 or 5 people dying within or in front of garage. 6 actually after the last kill right there. Just weren't able to get to site. They lost there, but they did do a lot of damage, that being SO9.
It's an open
Viper not
C
making the
site
same mistake as last
again
time.
for Shadow of 9. Treating it like a scrim, wanting to practice their C retakes it seems, but actually Daybreak have kind of played them like a fiddle. Taking advantage of the fact that they've been playing retake on C and over-rotating. The reality is walked all the way up onto the A site, and it's open. Calls his team back over, and Azuro hasn't found anything. Now finally hears the noise, but Animated has the read, or does he? Turns back around, checking the flank once over. Mason hits a belter onto Onadaya. Proof jumping and sliding on sight, but does not clear reality, and Animated finally catches Azuro on this flank. Viper straight out, catches one, teleports out. Paint as well, raining down hell from above, finds 2, Viper as well, leaving Mason in a 1 versus 2, and Viper with the 3K. All of a sudden, Shadow of 9 turned the tides as quickly as they fell. Got right back up.
Ain't just controlling the site from heaven, just raining bullets down on them like you said. But Viper was able to come through in the end and just clean things up and take over. I really thought Azuro was gonna make something happen there on the flank. I'm not too sure what happened down there. Unfortunately, going down to Animated.
The Animated was just too aware of Azuro's tendencies, because Azuro's been doing this type of stuff the entire game, this kind of lurky playstyle. Well, on the something that we don't see too often on the Omen, but something that I do like seeing Omen players take advantage of. It's like that element of unpredictability.
Standing ahead.
Oh, cooking the dart again.
Thank you, Poke, for that beautiful angle. Dart now will be gained for Paint, but Daybreak immediately shift into an A reclear. Onadaya holding this angle, wanting to get active, spots Mason out, calls Proof back over. Not before Daybreak decide to hit the side. Mason sliding straight through, finds one, but Onadaya and Paint immediately equalize. Proof as well, getting in on this action. Slide comes through. Animated in reality though, somehow put this into a 2v2. All of a sudden this round gets exciting. Spike goes down, reality, Killjoy ultimate, nothing to break it for the side of Shadow of 9. Paranoia goes through, blinds everyone on the server, but Animated still finds 3 into the round. This kid's working wonders. But what an, I just have to mention that Omen Paranoia, holy, it even got the turret on top of the box, but it just didn't matter. Animated was just so ready for this retake, man. Ball's an absolute steal, standing just in the middle of the choke, ready to cancel out any attempt at a retake. That's why I love Animated so much, is just, he's such an intelligent player and he has so much confidence, man. It's just like, he takes every fight expecting to win it.
I think we're gonna expect the same dart.
Oh my god, Viper. First pick already found into this round. Lurk smoke goes down for Daybreak. Barreling up C long. Spam for Viper, won't find anything. Dart instead does catch him up. Damage done. Izanami, Molly off, blocks any attempt at a fast flood. Animated, finds the Heaven player. Sits Viper down. Heal comes through, 1 HP for Azuro. Smoke goes through, trying his best to save Azuro, but Average still capitalizes. 3 left alive for the Shadow of 9. Rifle will be found, but Average has an incantation. Proof gets the pick, but at what cost? Reality and Animated instantly. In Reality closes this round out.
It was a rather lopsided round going in Daybreak's favor right there. They got the site pretty easily, though, all things considered, you know, with Viper getting one off rip. And also being able to get out, you know, being able to run away from the Phoenix ult after getting one. I mean, sounds like a good situation to be in, but unfortunately, things once again, they went wrong in Garage.
Right, 100%.
You know, they keep taking these Garage fights, and it's you know, they're toughing it out. It's raunchy, and every time, SO9's just walking away with it.
This time
sorry,
around,
Daybreak's just walking away.
Coach on the side of Shadow of 9 does press the big red button, has something to say, does get dangerous for sure for the side of Shadow of 9 as Daybreak slowly approaching the equalization here on the scoreboard.
Yeah, with only one round between them now, they're staring down the 4-8. I mean, they're comfortable. They're in the driver's seat right now. They're 4-1.5. They're not looking back. I mean, honestly, they're comfy and they're confident. And Paint got the dart down, and I think that plays into it as well. They're just feeling themselves, and they're really playing with it, and it's, you can see it, right?
Right, and,
Yeah, and
I mean, this round is an eco round for the side of Shadow of 9. And they do have a couple of rifles brought into it. They have every intention of doing their best to win this round. Viper shows them why. Should still be afraid, even if it is an eco round. Now forced to fall off, but
You should run.
Shadow of 9 instantly gearing up for a fast flood, and Reality decides to use this ult just to get the advantage, and does end up going his way. Viper stuck in Heaven, being watched like a hawk by Mason. Stun lands on his head.
Nowhere to run. Joke's over.
Swivel ultimate goes out, might just catch Average. Does stay alive for now, but Onodaya dropping
Spike
out of
down
Heaven.
A.
Finds 2. Viper decides
One
to
enemy
join.
remaining.
Onodaya finds 3. Reality last left alive in Azuro. Finds the round. Timeout went so well there. I love everything about how Shadow of 9 played that round.
They flipped that round on its head, right? I mean, though Viper got his pick, Viper got out once again, but Daybreak took the site just as fast as they could. They tried getting the bomb down. Ults were flying. KJ ult comes out. You know, Proof running up the flank, popping his ult, trying to catch the Viper trying to catch the KJ on a timing. Doesn't go well though, but they just keep on toughing it out and fighting, and SO9 were able to just get through and walk away.
So refreshing to see a good chamber player, man. In my opinion, good chamber player doesn't come down to util. It comes down to positioning and just having balls of steel. And speaking of balls of steel, Proof has just walked out of window and might just be rewarded.
Oh
Finds
my
2
goodness.
quick kills. Reality does finally put him down, but not before this round has gone so terribly wrong. Viper catching Mason, walking out dry.
Spike
Finds one
down
more.
C.
Reality, absolute hero, last one left alive. Azuro clearing these angles carefully. Finds Reality sleeping, 8-11. Daybreak have just absolutely lost any momentum that they once had.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I cursed them. They were 4-1.5. Now they're 4-3. Things are really flipping in SO9's favor. Viper just having his way with having whatever he wants to happen. You know, maybe like a server admin, right? Just he wants one, he gets one. He wants two, he gets two. And I can really
Right here.
respect, you know, Proof just with the balls of steel, walking up the flank right there, walking away with 2.
I have the spike.
Top shot does miss. It's a rare whiff. Tries to take the timing, forced to fall off instead. Solva ultimate goes through, searching for a pick. Reality caught sleeping. Might need to be investigated for match fixing on that one. Izanami flashes herself, but Makes it out alive.
Spike
Viper
planted.
catches Mason sliding through with the nerfed Bucky. To equalize this round, still low HP. Azuro continues to do work on the flank. Mason holding close. Goes
Oh my
uncleared though.
goodness.
This guy
No!
is going nuclear on sight. Proof. Stun goes out. Does find the round, but oh my god. Mason
round for the
making it
Neon.
dangerous.
Nerf Neon, whatever. Nerf Bucky,
You
whatever.
kidding me right
Doesn't
now?
matter. But in the end,
I've tried explosions. Not a fan.
SO9, specifically Proof, able to just pick up 3 right there, especially the last 2. Beautiful,
Match
beautiful
point.
shot transfers. But I think what the round really came down to was Azuro shutting down the late garage lurk from the KJ, and then able to pick up another not too long after that, and just give himself the man advantage. Really well played. Timeout coming here for Daybreak though. Wanted to talk it over after SO9 have flipped this match on its head.
Yeah, reality. Pushing the big red button yet again. It's his turn now. He's always been the most level-headed player. Has a lot of ideas about how the game should go, and it kind of shows through his own roles. Playing the most quote-unquote normal role on this team. You know, a team that's running double duelist, sometimes triple duelist, no sentinel. A team that's running clove on every map. Reality is the only consistent player on the Vise, on the Killjoy. Very, like, quote-unquote normal role. And he even plays pretty normal as well, just playing an anchor, lurk type of role. So I imagine he has good things to say. I think it might have come a little too late, though. The minute that you felt yourself losing momentum, probably should have called a timeout. Shadow of 9 have no more timeouts left. Well, I'm sorry, no. Daybreak. My bad. Daybreak have no more timeouts left. Paint. Another attempt at a dart. This time we'll go correct. Viper, another first pick found. And Azura walking out in the mid finds average.
Spike down
Daybreak
mid.
looking abysmal into this round, to be honest with you. Just not expecting any of it. Reality finally starts to fight back a little bit. Proof goes down in a long. Scooby-Dooby-Doo on the lurk. Catches Azuro. A nice flick. But Viper hopes to put it back in a man advantage as quickly as it equalized. Reality on the bomb. Leaves animated to his own devices. Smoke goes through. Double smokes on the B side, hoping to put some extra pressure on this side. Onadia certainly feeling the pressure now. Starting to sweat a little bit. Reality. Here's the drone. Wants to take the timing, but doesn't even expect Onadaya.
Spike down B.
Animated last left alive is proficient in these clutch situations. Onadaya still one more flash. Allows for the peek. And animated. Cannot do squat.
Defenders win.
Shadow of 9 take the first map. 13-8. Again, showing why they made it as far as they did. That was map 1, everyone. That was Haven. I think that we might have a special guest if she... Hold on.
Hello.
I think that we have a special halftime entertainment. Rot, can you take a 5-minute timer and start it? We do have a halftime show from Mr. Froggy Bread herself.
Hi.
What do you have to show us, Froggy?
Oh man, hold on. I gotta go grab the freaking stuff. Wait. Oh.
A little unprepared.
I have for chance for Pokemon packs. I think as everyone in the NSA knows, I am the one who cleans the Pokemon stuff. I should clean up my stuff, by the way. I should do that. That's a better thing. Let's do that actually. You know what's just gonna have a C so.
We're gonna live rip packs.
We're gonna live rip packs.
I have a stuffed frog that's just like that. It's in my
Yeah,
closet.
it's called
Is
a
it a
palms. the Palms Pal. So you can sell
yeah,
your palms.
yeah. No, yeah. I got mine at CVS.
No, same.
All
Well,
right,
hello, but there's
let's
now
see.
4.
Let's see.
Just probably we're probably not getting anything. I kind of use all my luck in one attack. I got a cool SIR. All right. Well,
I know nothing about Pokemon, by the way.
Well, you'll know if she gets something good. Uh, okay.
All
Not
right. That does
not
look.
too bad.
I love the
that's too
shinies.
bad.
Good start. Good start.
No, Harrison. No, you cannot get a drag. You can stay where you are.
I think if you want to watch, you can watch. This is my last 4 packs. I'll just go back out and buy more packs. Here.
You sure you need to buy more packs? Are you
Yeah,
absolutely
packs
sure?
not. They're like $15 a pack. I don't know where you're going.
I bought the whole booster box for 220.
Oh, okay. Oh my
So,
god.
ooh, already has one though.
Okay. Wait. W Ampharos.
Shit. His name is Franklin, by the way.
The
Please
frog
don't
or
my
the
card.
Ampharos?
Noted.
The frog. We should use this one as the NSA mascot, not the freaking pickle. The evil pickle. This is the quietest opening pack.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
locked
Wait,
in.
I like Keldeo.
Okay.
W Keldeo.
Alright, last pack.
Last pack.
Last pack.
Oh god damn it. This is the reason why I don't open. You guys don't see me struggling open packs in the stream, okay?
What a loser. That was on live broadcast, by the way. Everyone saw that.
Oh no.
Holy aura loss. Oh my goodness. This is the one.
Same
Oh.
two fuckers.
Yeah. Honestly, that's cooler than any card you could have pulled.
Okay, well here's the cards we pulled. And for those who want to do something, I did pull this last night. So
Oh shit.
it's an SIR.
Fire.
There you go. Bye. This is not as short as out.
Thank you for opening packs for us.
All right, everyone.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a quick intermission before the next map. That was Froggy Bread with the post-match entertainment. So we'll be back in just a moment. So stay tuned. All right.
SO9 were able to pull through on the map 1 on Haven. They were able to pull through 13-8 after giving up a 4-1, round differential at the start of the second half. Right, they were 8-4 at the half. They got to 8-9, but after that, after it got to 8-9, their coach called a timeout, and they just did not even think about the last 17 rounds. They just thought about the next 4, put the next 4 in the books,
It's like
and got the map.
both of these teams playing a double duelist composition, although I have to be honest, I hate Daybreak's composition. I don't like Shadow of Nine's comp either, but I hate Daybreak's even more. I don't like the lack of walls on these teams. I don't like the solo smokes, but worst of all, I hate the Jet on this map. I think that the Yoru is a good pick for certain situations, but I think that it would be better to just run a double controller composition or even a Sage Chamber. I think that walls in this map are just so broken. For mid.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I think you gotta pause. Yeah.
Why am I deadlocked? Yo, wait, okay.
What?
Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta attend to a tech issue. Bro, how did
Okay,
you manage to break your game, bro?
I don't know.
You
You
just
just
go
did.
in,
I
I
can't
can't see
not
my
able to
C
do
screen. I'm not gonna lie. Like apparently I
Yeah.
can move. I can't shoot. I can't move, and my
Yeah,
screen
and when
is black.
Yeah, his screen is like when he screen shares, it's fine, but like in game, he just can't see shit.
You wanna reload the lobby?
Wait, he's
Give him that
resetting
man,
first. Let's see if he can work
But
that
that
whole
will
reset.
don't. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Wait, can we hold the blue spirit things while Colin's reloading
Okay.
his game?
I'm down.
Oh, shit. I'll look
Are we
at
able
like
to
5
talk
already.
in this time?
No,
or
no,
Six.
that's strats, guys. That's strats.
Oh
like,
shit, I'm
all
so
of it.
sorry.
No, don't go. I'm back. I'm back. Are
Oh
you
shit,
can
oh,
see?
shit. Can we have like 10
Alright,
seconds so we can like call something?
I'll restart the round for you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Shanks.
Oh, mommy.
Alright, update. We are rolling the game back for the player whose hardware broke. Just so we can all have a fair chance.
Yes. Alright, looks like everybody's able to play the game now.
Thank God. Whew. So anyway, it seems like Daybreak are just going for a 4-1. Chamber over towards mid.
Yeah.
What is your favorite food block in Minecraft? Right away. It's going to be a pretty ballistic fight here. First pick goes to Proof somehow. Gets out. Barely alive. But alive he will be. Fight taken. Azura around the angle. Engagement with animated. Spam does not work out for him. Azura finds the pick, puts it into a 2v5. Paint on site.
Oh
It's
my
going
goodness.
absolutely crazy. The sheriff is just so good. Onadaya as well finds Mason to close this round out. Another pistol for Shadow of Nine, who are continuing their streak of dominance. And oh my god, man, if Paint is firing like that, of course they're gonna win. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean it's just hard to lose a round and you have somebody that can aim that well, shoot the gun that well, and really take their fights properly and land the shots when they need to, right? I mean, he had no business getting even one there in that little corner, but he was able to walk away with two as his team collapsed on them.
Just played the angle so well. This time around though, Daybreak pushing the pace into mid. Eye goes out. Trip going to be broken. Alerting Shadow of 9 to exactly what their plan is. And actually, they're being forced off into the extremities. Viper on the chamber does have control of B main. Daybreak though have put a pause on this round, but Azuro goes unchecked. Finds 2 on the round before he runs out of bullets, but Paint still finds a trade, finds a second. Proof. Animated, last one left alive, just pushing for damage at this point. Daybreak, a round that looked like it could really have an opportunity at success. I was yelling that entire time, but my microphone got unplugged, bro. I was yelling that entire time. Bro, I'm so mad. I'm so mad, man. That's so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can respect the way that Daybreak went about that attack round, right? The way that they just ran for a mid like that. I mean, I thought it was going to go somewhere, but they just kind of slowed down after they got to library, and unfortunately, nobody wanted to clear that right corner. And
honestly, ideas like that are just part of the reason why I love Daybreak so much. Like, just, yeah, man, let's just rip it up. 4-man in the mid. This time around as well, they're getting aggressive, but it doesn't even matter. Shadow of 9. Random cut to the teleport. Thank you for that. In case you guys needed to see that, there is indeed, or there was a teleport in spawn. This time around, though, Daybreak, any chance at a successful team fight has been foiled. Paint has walked all the way up and is just holding this A space so deep into spawn. Essentially just keeping Daybreak trapped in the space. They have to play it slow, of course. Jump spot from Reality just to give it all away again. Reality wall goes out. Onodaya damage goes out, forcing him to peek. Still finds one though. Animated gets the trade, but Onodaya doesn't even a weapon. But Reality!
Oh my goodness.
Finds the trade post-mortem. Spike now retrieved for Animated. It's Paint on the flank. Just holding straight past this trip. Doesn't want to give it away. Smoke fades now. Animated forced to make a decision. Putting a pause on the round, trying to make Shadow of 9 sweat, but unbeknownst to him, it's him that's being hunted. Clearing these angles oh so carefully. The minute he taps this spike, retake's going to be initiated, but for some reason Omen has gone searching.
10 seconds left.
Spike will be tapped now. Paint just holding outside of B still. Omen on the long flank back. 10 times a ticking. Smoke goes down. But does it fully get the show? Oh my god, it does. Oh my god, it does. Paint has slipped away past as a slimy, slippery man. Blind goes out. Animated top of the wrist, but it doesn't even matter because Paint on the flank.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's so perfectly executed. Another orb towards the Fate ultimate as well.
Oh, wow, just perfectly executed. There was just so many things going crazy with that round, with people dying to Phoenix walls after the Phoenix already died, you know, just a really tough fight out in main, everybody dying there except for the last 3 in that round. Paint spending the entire round on the flank, just waiting out that trip, waiting for his time to get the Omen smoke.
Right, and I mean, it was pretty perfect as well, though. Like, he was so patient, and that's the type of stuff that I love to see. That's a 3rd round as well. Daybreak have yet to find anything into this map, which, might I remind you, is their map pick. Viper tries to catch the jump spot, forced off the angle by Reality. But Daybreak, instead of push, oh my god, Viper actually managed to leg Izanami. And Onodaya, straight through mid, reads them like a book. The pace is not being pushed by Daybreak, instead it's being completely dictated by Shadow of 9. Fade Dog goes out. And Daybreak's plan, any chance at a surprise, has been spoiled. Proof inserted on this angle. A mid reclear coming through. Going to have to find animated if you want to foil the split. Proof. Sun goes out and Onodaya does indeed find animated. Proof slides straight out and Viper closes the round out. Every single fight is going to Shadow of 9. Nothing is going wrong. It's perfect. Absolute perfection.
As perfect as flawless. They waited, and Daybreak walked into their trap on A main. They just waited and waited and waited. The blind came through, and they were just able to walk away with 2. And then Viper collapses on reality at the very end, closing out the round, just going perfectly in their favor.
And I'm honestly just seeing a lack of confidence start to show itself for Daybreak. Like, they kind of run off of these super confident team fights, and the minute that they start getting shut down by a team that knows how to deal with the team fights, they start losing confidence, and then their strats just get super convoluted. Even now, reality popping a Phoenix ultimate into the fight. Proof doesn't even need a teammate. Fights 2 already, and the dink comes through. Average, what can you do? Wall just to allow Average to cross. Animated on this flank does not clear his corner. A 0. Prowler goes through, spots nothing on A main. Onodaya teleport goes through, but in typical Shadow of 9 fashion, the patient flank from Azuro has come through, allowing them to just sit on this flank. Paint taking fights that he has no right taking. Onodaya flash goes through, but Paint doesn't need it. Finds the first Average 1 HP on the Guardian, catches Paint, boundless confidence. It doesn't even matter. Onodaya. A 5th round for Shadow of 9, but at what point does Daybreak start thinking about a timeout?
Yeah, I mean, both teams were pretty quick to timeouts last map, right? They made sure to use every single one of those timeouts, but I'm not sure why they're not right now. But that's just back-to-back rounds where Proof just got to get away with with BS that he just shouldn't be able to get away with, but I'm sure SO9 aren't complaining about it.
Right, now Viper has an operator. He's been so proficient on it so far, and even now, Balls of Steel just walking out onto A. Onodaya essentially chasing these players down with the Yoru ultimate, finding so much early round information, allowing Shadow of 9 to start neutral time super early into this round. We're only like 20 seconds in, and already Shadow of 9 just playing neutral time, holding these angles. Daybreak forced to reconsider their own game plan. Omen. Teleport goes out. 2 ultimates already used for information. Fade Dog will not clear him. Azuro is perfect in this corner. But at what point does he get checked? Azuro!
Spike down.
He's monstrous when he gets going. Sitting in this corner. Goes unchecked. Paint as well. Calls for backup. Animated. Consolation prize at least. Finds 1. Clone goes out. Animated whiffs onto it somehow. Checking his flank. Pressure that is justified from the way that Shadow of 9 have been playing this so far. Paint on this angle. Does he go checked? Animated around the angle. Smoke goes through, and Paint sits the operator down and finds the 6th round.
I don't think since round 2, maybe round 3, SO9 haven't lost more than 1 person. I mean, I might be wrong on that, but I'm very confident in that. SO9, they're just in the driver's seat of this. They're up 6-0. This is Daybreak's map pick. I'm sure they're getting in their own heads right now, but they're just ready. They're not going to overcomplicate it. They're just going to run it down on this B main, take the fight, hopefully get something going.
Onodaya, though, shuts any plan they had down. Paranoia goes through. Team fights on team fights. Daybreak's signature style is being completely shut down. Mason with a Spectre manages to find 2. Classic goes out on the shorty. Mason with a 3rd. Almost so close, yet so dang far.
Just cursing everybody. They got 3 that round. Mason got 3 that round. I can respect that they gave up on trying to make, complicated plays. They just wanted to see if they could just get some sort of momentum going if they would just take the fight. And unfortunately, they were SO9 were just ready for that fight that Daybreak wanted to take. They had the gun advantage. They didn't have the man advantage, but it didn't take long for them to.
Right. It's so crazy that Daybreak's entire style is just being, like, pretty much dismantled right now, and the Yoru and the Chamber combos, like, look at the perfect combination. Viper overstaying his welcome, does get shut down.
Oh.
Azuro as well, finally getting punished for this. There is a lurk though. Onodaya has made his way into A main, has the angle average, goes unchecked, finds one spike down.
A.
Reality on the angle, taking pot shots straight through the wall. Onodaya
He's not looking
feeling
at
the
his back.
pressure. Flash goes through, teleport is well animated, catching him sleeping. Spike down in A, pace now being slowed to a crawl. Paint catches animated. This gets dangerous. All of a sudden, proof. Sun goes out, pushing the pace. Mason, absolute savior kill. Paint sees, goes through, jumping into smokes. Still manages to find Mason. What an absolute whiff. Eye goes out, allows him to walk out on the side, looking the other way. In reality, the first round for Daybreak. What a
Daybreak.
round!
Wow. That round got scary with Ono getting into main. I thought he was gonna wait that out, but he wanted to get his, and he got timing by Animated. Animated walks back mid, gets picked off by Paint. Paint tries to make a hero play in the end with the 1v4. Just wasn't able to after getting 2 though.
We're seeing some pretty big ultimates on both sides right now. Neon ultimate, but more importantly, Fade ultimate for both sides of the coin. Whoever can use this Fade ult better, honestly, will win this round. Full B main control found for the side of Shadow of 9. Proof just inserted and will stick around as long as he can. Onodaya in mid. Might need a little bit of help. Teleport goes out. Allows him to fall off if he needs. Izanami on the off around the angle. Onodaya pulls his knife out, but unbeknownst to him, Izanami attack operator. Of course. Why wouldn't you buy an attack operator when you're down 1-7? Reality wants to follow this dog out. Paint Shorty makes himself known.
Teleport's ready.
Animated taking space he has no business taking. Balls of steel. Trip pinged up. Animated. Ego's the operator. But the call is so clear now. It's a B hit straight through such a narrow choke. Oh my god, Average. Where'd you learn to shoot like this? Mason as well. B main is theirs. Paint. Last one left alive. Average. Plant goes down. One towards replenishing this Fate ultimate. And Paint would have to work absolute magic.
A great round from Daybreak. I don't think much should change from here. Just wants to save the op. No?
Seems like he's just searching for any picks. Knows how Daybreak likes to play. I mean, anyone who's watched them before knows that they're gonna go hunt. Right, 100%. This is just what Daybreak likes to do. Bootleg Paper X. Let's see how expensive Paint can make this. Let's see if Daybreak can truly take them down.
Oh no.
Here's the first in A main. Challenger approaches.
Oh.
Paint takes down Izanami.
This is a
Eye
bad
goes
spot.
out. Oh my god, Mason though does manage to make it expensive, even retrieving their own operator. And Daybreak have found 2 rounds.
Let's like call for
I'll be right
attack
back.
timeout.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna What's going on, boys?
He's lagging.
He's lagging like
I'm lagging my ass off.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys have some
peanut butter.
peanut butter?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter?
But I might eat the Nutella. I'm not gonna
Well,
count.
Nutella?
See you.
Okay, bye.
One of their players exploded.
Yeah, I noticed.
Pretty unfortunate, but they're gonna play the 4v5.
Oh. He's not coming back?
No, I'm messing with you.
Oh. Things couldn't have gotten any worse.
It's interesting that Daybreak kind of just flipped a switch and have started to take the rounds back from the side of Shadow of 9. It's also interesting that Shadow of 9 aren't dealing with it as well as they literally were like 5 minutes ago. I'm so freaking hungry. I'll be right back. Don't let him don't let him restart the game. I'm gonna grab like a granola bar.
Okay.
All right, I'm here.
All right. What do you need?
Did he grab the whole box?
Baby calm. Baby calm.
You want to play?
Ult goes out. Izanami finally being punished. In return, though, Daybreak does find the space. Flash goes out from reality. Finds B main as well as mid. Mason just inserted into bend. Azuro, though, has the angle. Drags his crosshair onto his head. Animated forced to back out. Spike still down. Reality hoping to get this push kicked off. Hiding in the corner. Clearing out all of this space. Shadow of 9 in prime position to retake. Fatal goes down. At least might. Spike being tapped. Average though hits a belter. Sits the operator down. Proof. Neil ultimate goes out. Catches Average sleeping. Animated though. Does his best, but Shadow of 9. It's over before it even began.
Great retake from SO9 right there. The fatal, you know, giving up for the retake, letting everybody get together, catch their breath, right? Wait up the Phoenix ult, and just ran right through. Oh.
More mid pressure from the side of Daybreak here. Azuro on the angle. Doesn't manage to find anything instead. Starting to feel the pressure. Flash goes up. And this time, they almost clear Proof. Not before Azuro beats them in. And Proof, absolutely perfect play. Daybreak already down numbers. Paranoia has to be expended just to get a link back. But Onodaya wants to make it expensive. Proof finds yet another, and Onodaya follows him up. Animated. Doing his best to hit 180s, but nothing will be hit. 9-2. Any momentum Daybreak had is so dead. No. It's like they never even had anything.
I mean, it just feels like every single bit of like life force that was coming through just got sapped. You know, winning those 2 rounds in a row after going down. What, 0-8, 0-7, 0-7, yeah, going 0-7, getting the 2. It felt like it became within reach, but the SO9 were just not having it at all.
Time around though, Proof.
Proof getting 2.
Oh my god. Pain finds Mason.
One enemy remaining.
Onodaya sits reality down, just taking their ones. Animated does manage to sit the operator down, pops his own. wants to make it expensive. Paint around the angle.
No. He doesn't know there's one more behind him though.
He might just clear it though. Proof 1 HP. Looks the other way.
They don't know he's left yet.
They do now.
Yeah.
What? What am I hearing?
It's the Euro TP, it's bugged. Oh no.
30
We
seconds
know.
left.
Animated is in a lot of trouble if he can't break through this smoke. I mean, at this point, Loki just play for KD. Unless you really have an incantation that you can pop out and immediately obliterate too. Makes himself known at this point, but Onodaya sits him down 10-2. Dominance from Shadow of 9. Haven't shown their summit yet. Might have been for a good
Switching
reason.
sides.
Yeah, I mean, what better time than now?
By the way, the icons need to be switched.
No, they don't.
Yeah, it's time.
I thought they did. It looks like it.
No. Defense is Daybreak.
Maybe it was just a half then.
I don't know if you heard me, but yeah, okay, yeah.
Maybe. It's a 5-man group up from Shadow of 9. They have the read on this B gap. They're actually pretty correct about it, to be honest with you. It's a decently weak side. Just Izanami, or sorry, Reality, hoping to fight for the B space alone. Does have a sheriff though. Dog goes through, spots him, forced to break it. Proof pushing the pace, not before the flash goes out. Quick dodge, flick of the wrist. Reality goes down. The good exec now. However, Mason hoping to back Izanami up. Pops out of the smoke, finds one, finds two, and Izanami at the same time. Doing work from drop. Azuro, last on sight, cannot do anything. Paint. Last one left alive now. With Izanami. 3K under the round. Playing this round so individually, but oh my god, they are good into this round, man. These shots are so nice to see. It's so refreshing to see Daybreak finding a third round in this half, and every round that they found so far is just off the back of individuals popping off. That's kind of the whole appeal of a team like Daybreak. Just every player is a star player in their own right.
Yeah, unfortunately, they haven't been able to put it together for much this game, but they are, I mean, they look good there. I don't know, hopefully this halftime was something that gave them life and they're feeling rejuvenated and ready to go.
Right, 100%, and hopefully they can string something together on their defense, the same right that Shadow of 9 did. No one breaks that Prowler for some reason. L teammates, Proof,
I'm out of here.
hoping to push the pace into
Oh
Benz.
my goodness.
Almost finds Animated, gets out by the skin of his booty cheek. Viper finds Animated. However, stunned up on sight, finds Proof. Whiffs though, Paint sits him down. Mason equalizes. Reality on site, fighting, taking fights he has no business winning, but Izanami closed the round out. Scrappy, but a round's a round
They
at the
pulled
end of the
through.
day.
They pulled through. A really good defense round from Daybreak, right? I mean, hey, this is looking a lot better for them now. They've got the first two of the half, right? Maybe they can really build momentum now instead of getting 2 rounds in the middle of the half out of nowhere. You know, truly set the pace and their decision in on what's going to happen next.
This time around, Shadow of 9 100% making sure they have this A space. Cross map smoke goes through. It's a little bit of a site smoke, allows Daybreak to play on site better. They have kind of misread it, or rather they've been played like a fiddle by the side of Shadow of 9. Azuro finds a gap, is allowed to walk up all the way into mid. Mason taking a timing, reclearing the space, but his read was so incorrect. Viper just too good for it. It's an empty B site awaiting Izanami. Only one on site right now. It's Noel versus the world. Slides down into drop. Dash activated. Proof does not clear squat, but still Izanami on the whiff updraft. Gets out alive. Barely. Smoke fades now, exposing Daybreak to the elements. Izanami goes back for more. Set down by Paint. Onodaya wants to stop this retake before it can begin. Prowler spots up. Onodaya finds average. Reality blinded up. Animated though. Doing work, but not enough. Gonna have to clock into overtime if he wants to close this gap. 11-4. Shadow of 9 continue to be dominant. I mean, honestly, this summon isn't even really incredible from Shadow of 9. I hate to say it, but when Shadow of 9 are doing some good stuff, it's just Daybreak looked terrible. Terrible. This is a Daybreak that we haven't seen since groups. It's not good. And it's not something they can afford to be showing. Not in a lower final.
Oh, for sure.
Animated.
Oh my goodness.
Sat down by Viper. It's so refreshing. Reality as well. Cannot hit the shot. Proof. Balls of Steel. Finds average on site. Empty A site. Allows him to get the spike down. Flash flood coming through, but Mason does it ready, and Proof is pushing continuously with the classic of all things. Reality. What can you show us at all? Finds Proof. Flash goes through. Blinded up Zero.
Looking like Reality could really make something happen, hitting these crazy
For
shots.
just a goddamn moment he did, but it's just not enough when you don't have anyone to back you up to watch your flank. It's so bad from Daybreak to try to push the pace so heavily into these key areas without taking any map control anywhere else. The proactivity just isn't there. I mean, what type of proactivity is this? You're throwing a dog into A main and calling it a day. Sure, go for it. Forced to TP off of B, and now you don't have B space either. Reality's popping his Phoenix ult into nothing.
Oh my goodness. I think.
Izanami alone on B site. She's
No
searching.
rotating. Not
Everyone
expecting this at all.
standing still like gargoyles. It doesn't even matter though. Animated hits a belter. All of a sudden, controller player dead and gone in the dirt. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Izanami holding the angle, steps into the stun. Almost goes punished for it, but Proof has to pop the neon ult just to find it. Viper finds Mason. This is going so terribly wrong. Average on the Guardian. He's been good. Wait for the shot, Viper. Gets hit. Average. Oh my god, Average. Sits him down. 2 in backside. Last left alive. Paint has the read. Flash goes out as well as the eye. Reality breaking into backside. The jiggle peek. Paint still on site. Yet to go clear. Paint with the 3K. Continues to go unchecked. 2-0 so far. And all of a sudden, serious point for this next map.
Wowzers.
Be right back after this break.
Alright, there.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Night Sky Arena. Another banger here today, obviously. Nah, just kidding. We've already done the intro. Back with map 3. A narrow map 1 loss, obviously. Nah, just kidding. It was an absolute blowout for the side of Daybreak, honestly. In all honesty, they just look terrible. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know where the Daybreak from map 1 went, but I do know that they're great on Ascent. This is a great map for them. I don't really know what I'm seeing right now, though. I don't know how much I agree with what I'm seeing. Okay, this is a little bit better. I mean, the Reyna can work if Izanami goes crazy, which she does. She is crazy. She goes crazy every map, so it's okay. What could possibly go wrong?
For sure. I mean, it's only up from here, right? I mean, back against the wall. It's either they lose or they win. You know, no. I mean, right now they're expected to lose, so there shouldn't really be much pressure. You know, just go into it. All you can do is go up from here. You know.
100%.
But I think just the collapse of after round 17 of the first map.
Right.
That collapse there after they built that momentum just kind of carried into map 2, and then they weren't able to shut that down in map 2. Couldn't get it going again. Hopefully, with that prolonged break in between these maps, they were able to fully reset, and they're ready to play, and they're here now.
That's the absolute least you can ask for, is just a competitive game on both fronts.
For sure. Oh, a little early for the cage.
A little misclick, that's fine, it's fine.
Oh my
Mason
goodness.
already. A fast first shot.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just firing already. Daybreak looking back to their normal selves. Proof as well! Oh my god, the whiff is abominationable! I made up a new word for that. Paint, last one left alive. You've seen what he's done with the Sheriff before.
Oh.
Animated jiggling straight into him. But doesn't even matter. Mason with a 3K. Daybreak stumbling and catching themselves perfectly into this round.
Just a very well played pistol round right there from Daybreak. Yeah, they applied pressure on, or they denied the pressure being applied from everywhere through, you know, Mason swinging main, getting the Cypher lurk off rip, just one sitting behind the smoke and hitting a fat right click and being able to get out. Just everybody was doing their part there, and it worked out.
Mason with the outlaw into this round. Dart avoided Onadaya hopping up, trying to grab this orb. Mason takes a shot. Doesn't exactly miss. Paint on 1 HP now, barely out alive. Holy. Actually unlucky that Mason doesn't get that shot out. Dart goes out, completely reclears A, but no one budges still. Izanami holding this mid space. And got the air horn out. Reality. Here's the action going on in A main. Smoke goes down. Camera broken. Proof inserted in mid. Allow SO9 to shift back over to A. It's like they want to just exec through tree. Animated though, does catch sight of Proof. Spam is good. Mason whiffs both. Allows Proof to get out onto sight. Average does save the day. Flash goes out. Onadaya doing God's work as well as Azuro. And all of a sudden, Daybreak are in a pretty crappy position. Izanami does go unchecked just for a moment.
Oh my goodness!
What is happening? Oh my god, it's Viper!
No.
Everything is crumbling!
Oh my god!
Crumbling to pieces! Oh my god, that'll give Azumi something to react to on stream, bro. I better be hearing this guy yelling and cheering on stream for that round, bro. I better hear it, bro. Hey, Azumi and Co. You guys better get ready for the rematch if they keep playing like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy that Onodaya is just balls of stealing it out into the site. Yeah, no, nothing matters. Of course I'm gonna hit the shot. Like, what happens if he doesn't hit that shot?
Yeah, wow.
Mason pushing the pace. Oh, and of course it's immediately shut down. Everything is just going wrong. Reality. Four spies up a Phantom and is sleeping at the wheel. Smoke goes down in bottom mid. Thank you. Removes any chance Average might have had at finding value into this round from this position. Spike begins to rotate over to B at the same time. Izanami rotates off of B. Average has found a gap in the tiles somehow.
No.
But Drone does not find any information. Spike still sits in a main. Izanami getting antsy. Worried about this potential mid gap. Doesn't even matter though. Exec comes through. Animated sitting in tree. Might want to take a timing, and timing he does take. Finds a Zero. Doesn't find a second though, and Average is last left alive. Not exactly the brightest, most interesting player on this team. He's usually a pretty supportive player on a team of superstars. Looking to find damage, but Proof sits him down.
They didn't like how pistol round went, as that being SO9. They didn't like how pistol round went and decided that it's not going to happen again, and they're just flying through these fights. I mean, they just took over both mains in 10 seconds.
100% immediately correcting any mistakes they might have had. It's just lose one round, win the next two. I'd argue that's even better than winning pistol at that point, because it just completely screws Daybreak's economy. This time around though, a slower approach will be taken. Pressuring in middle. Gap is red. It's pretty weak. Even animated at this point, forced to fall off. Smoke goes down on the garden, at least threatens the split. Phoenix ultimate will be popped. Split now going to be confirmed, but Mason playing in the smoke finds 2 quick kills, backs off immediately, wants to find the main space, clearing these angles oh so carefully, but Onodaya sits him down, has the angle, walls off this angle again, an extra smoke as if you needed more.
Triple smoked it.
Animated still in hell, reality in heaven as well. The angel and the devil. And Onodaya sits reality down. Leaves the animated alone in hell. Average. Dart goes out, immediately broken. Izanami though wants to put the pressure on the door. Onodaya manages to weed animated out. Paint gets the trade onto Average. Izanami last left alive. Dart goes through as well as the paranoia. Here's the jump up, just barely. Spam comes through. Izanami fighting demons he can't even see.
Oh.
Zoro putting the pressure, suffocating.
Oh.
Third round.
Wow.
Towards at least one of us.
Also on the bomb. I mean, this is just... There's not much that you can say. They're just playing this attack half perfectly
Just
now.
absolutely depressing.
I mean, they're just... they were able to recover from Mason shutting down the Phoenix ult, and then also able to get Proof after that, and they just put him in a really bad spot. We're able to get that, collapse on the site, hold the site down for the post plant, and just one after one get everybody.
For a minute, I really did think that Daybreak had bounced back, but maybe, just maybe they have. Onodaya manages to find the trade before things get too out of hand. Clove Smoke goes down. Patches it up like a band-aid to a gaping bullet wound. Spike rotates back to B. Viper still holding this B main space. Drone will just barely spot. No, the drone will not spot Azuro, leaving him to his own devices in middle. Might just be able to go big, but instead, Izanami quick to react. Finds a second as well. Izanami might single-handedly win this round. Onodaya is still alive though. That's a two-man push. Viper finds
no.
the first. Adjustment, good, average. A second. Onodaya though, 3 on the board. Wonder Kid versus Wonder Kid, animated. It's just the type of matchup that might be able to sit Onodaya down. Wall goes out on the garden, blocks off points of view that animated doesn't even have
30
control of.
seconds left.
Spike goes down as well now.
Spike planted.
Animated in heaven. Pressure is entirely on him. Onodaya takes an off angle. Might just go unchecked. Hops up. Briefly spotted, but not enough. 4K for Onodaya to save a round that looked disastrous at first.
Yeah, that was just very well played. They took the A main fight, got the trade off of Proof going down right away. Went over to B, recleared B. Had a really gross fight over there. Lost 2 to Izunami in mid. 1 to the Sheriff, 1 to the Vandal that he picked up off of Zero. But they were just able to turn it around after Viper swings out of his own cage, almost getting 2, allowing for his teammate to clean it up.
This time around, Mason yet again hoping to push the pace on A. Izunami instead acts as the Cataclysm. Catches a Zero somehow. Sova ultimate expended just for nothing. Izunami wants to win this game so badly!
Oh my goodness.
Finds a third as well, reality!
Yeah.
Finds Viper Paint, finally sits Izunami down, but knife out running around, it's Mason. Izunami, trash talk as well, you can't hold me there, try again next round. Oh my god, what a goat, man.
Walking through, just go on 90 ping. Just taking out 3 right there. Surreal. Such a good player, such a good player.
Reality, yet again alone on B. Backs off just in time. Killjoy Molly popped, a little bit of extra stall, but a little bit too early as well. Might just allow Shadow of 9 to pop onto site. Oh my god, what a great molly, but Mason, a reality has to put bodies on the line, and bodies he will put. Indeed, animated. Finds Onodaya, Azuro gets a trade. Clove ultimate popped, reality finds Paint on site, Azuro. Classic finds nothing, Viper last left alive, and Izunami is just egoing every angle. A third round found all of a sudden, and the Cataclysm is yet again Izunami, making it contentious and making it close.
Just Izunami just holding it down, coming through, doing what she wants now. I mean, that's 3 rounds straight of just doing whatever she wants. But I mean, I think that round really goes to reality. You know, holding the jet, swinging out, and being able to get another there before Izunami comes through to get another 2 for, to secure the round.
Reality in main yet again this time. Wants to take the timing, but Paint sets him down. Can't be egoing angles like that. Average. Forced back on the market. Knives expended. Door goes down. Average low HP spammed up by Proof. Izunami. Playmaker has arrived. Smoke fades now, but Onodaya makes sure to refresh it handedly. Viper finds Mason. Wrap executed. Animated has the angle. Fade away on the Paint. The operator whiffs. Shadow of 9 looking a little bit shaky into this one. But I'm sure can't go wrong into this round. Pretty nice man advantage. Izunami does find Onodaya though. Backs off immediately. Animated finds Viper. All of a sudden, this is getting dangerous. On site, animated fighting battles. He can't win though. Izunami alive. 1 HP. It's a Zero versus the wall. Izunami though, does she have time? I think she might just have it. Time runs so dang low, but I believe it's Izunami.
God. Staring down the barrel of the gun, 2 versus 5, both sitting in CT, getting smoked off, walled off, caged off.
Absolute masterclass from Izunami. Playing Reina on Ascent?
It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
Whisper my name. Yo, that's actually aura. Yo, that's actually crazy. Mason gets his operator out, flashed off the line. Punish goes out.
Oh my goodness!
Collateral! You whip the first shot and you still get two. Izanami as well capitalizes on the timing, walks out. Punish this time, but average trade goes through. Onodaya, Wonder Kid down. Dart clears out so much space. 4 versus 2 now. Drone goes out. Extra insurance on top. Viper now finally allowed to walk through tiles. Average still showing presence. Wants them to know that mid belongs to them. A drone expended just to re-clear their own space.
Cage triggered.
Neutral time being played by both parties. Cage goes out on the short, blocking off sightlines of players who never existed. Dome spot from average. Timing still being taken pretty perfectly. Shadow of 9 found a gap and want to exploit it, but Animated still in heaven might be able to put a stop to this if they don't clear him. Animated breaking the window, smoke goes down, but still information just as valuable as a kill. Mason in hell with an operator. One shot, one kill. Animated headshot goes through. Mason wants to push the pace, but it doesn't even matter. It's Kevin. It's Animated. Who else but you?
I mean, yeah, just like the round before, getting 2 to clear up the round. That was just, you know, something that we didn't really mention in that 2v5 was that Animated was part of that. I mean, but, you know, Izanami got 3 of them, but who got the other 2 was Animated. It was just such a good player, and I mean, just making great plays, taking great shots, landing great shots. It's, you know, really awesome to see now making this 1-4 comeback off the back of that 2 versus 5.
Right,
this
like
is
Shadow of 9. It looks deceptively close, but they haven't won a round in a while, to be honest with you. And
yeah,
this
that's
time,
4 rounds.
Troubling Rain looking to change that.
Yeah, after both teams called 0 timeouts on the last map for whatever reason, but looking to not make the same mistake here, as this lead has been blown, and they just want to, you know, get back in the driver's seat. I mean, hey, good things have come from when they did call timeouts on map 1. I mean, they just like I said, that round 17 called timeout after that.
100%.
Won the last 4, closed out the game. So we can only hope they can only hope that it goes the exact same way. But as this round starts, let's see what happens with them all grouping up in B main.
Reality has some sort of lineup here. Dash popped, drone taken, angle failed onto this one. Mason, though, lucky to get out alive. Average spots 2, only confirming what he already knew. Viper, however, has found the timing up in the mid. Jump spot from average, hoping to find anything, but unbeknownst to him, Viper has been inserted into the space. And really unbeknownst to him, Average just has no idea. There's 4 people grouping up behind this push. Average forced to fall off. Alarm bot, though, finally confirms the lurk. Camera broken immediately. Average still hoping to hold this space down. Mason on the op has an angle. Just wants to take it. Average instead acts as the playmaker, finds Viper. Onodaya walks back up middle.
Hey.
Guns juggled away for whatever reason. Shadow of 9 don't want them to find anything. Average, a cheeky little angle found. Proof caught out in mid. Smoke goes down on the garden and rotates come through onto A. Molly right on Izanami's head. And Spike will be allowed to go down now. Hell taken, but not before Izanami finds one. Give her any sort of angle and she'll take it. jumping and shooting around Mason. Balls of steel. Paint 1 HP. Onadiah, last one left alive. Inhale. Flash goes through. Pops. Animated in the head. 5 HP left. Ultimate popped. Oh my god! Onadiah! He's made of gold!
I'm saving.
Oh my gosh. 2 versus 5s, 1 versus 3s. What is going on?
I'm not sure that that's what the timeout was called to talk about. Yeah, no, the coach just went, Onadiah, do some crazy stuff for us, bro.
Just put Ono in a position to do his best.
Average needs to be, like, executed for what he just typed in chat. 6'7" on a Merry Rismus. This guy's 15, by the way. Azuro, an opener on the Mason instantly. Allows this ultimate to be popped and positions will be noted in every single way. Izanami fighting a swarm, but still manages to get out somehow.
Doesn't get too. Okay.
Proof does put a nail in the coffin. Animated catches Proof, pushing the pace a little too much.
With the Odin.
Paint with the Odin, yeah, might just be able to find a spam angle here. Animated, holding angles and finding nothing, but has a second chance at redemption. Right around the box, finds a head angle. Paint goes down. Reality jumping out of heaven. Onadiah has been good, but still, it's reality and animated. God's work on site, moving like prophets.
Wow, that was. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure where you know, Paint was looking there, but that's a really good round from Daybreak. They really turned that around after how scary it started to look. You know, it was a 3v2. Bomb was down. Animated pops the Clove ult, finds one, stays alive. Gets time for Reality to just, you know, drop on one behind Gen like Batman.
Mason doing his usual antics, getting himself inserted, but does not dash away. Instead, overstays his welcome just barely enough to confirm what he already knew. Animated inserted himself into Wine. Unbeknownst to him, directly opposite is Viper has inserted himself into the cubby space. Izanami will not be allowed to go unchecked this time around. Paint finds the head angle. Viper as well sits animated down. Solo plays. We're just getting absolutely blocked right now. The Shadow of 9 are smart, faking the pressure onto mid, opening up a gap for the side of Daybreak. They don't want to split. Instead, they just want to hit the site from main, leaving Onadiah alone in cubby. Spike dropped over to Azura. Silence to Sin. Smoke goes down though, and now all of a sudden the game plan is increasingly obvious. Killjoy ultimate does go down, but again, Sova ultimate instantly breaks and Onadiah
Oh no.
obliterates Average. Reality has the read, but can't exactly do anything about it at this time. Mason stomping around in heaven, wants a fight, might just find it. Plays this wrong, might just lose it, and lose it he does. A flawless to end the half.
I mean, a really good way to turn it back around after giving up all those rounds.
I still managed to misspell halftime. Jesus Christ.
It's the time currently allocated for halftime. A 1 minute pause for both teams to rest and reset. You got 13.
You what? Oh,
10 seconds. 5. And done.
Izanami 17, by the way. Oh no. Wait, she might have turned 18. I don't know.
Okay, cool.
I need more enthusiasm in the live. Okay. Yes, Dad.
Oh, all right. Well, we're staring down the last 10 seconds of the pistol buy round right here. Looking like they are heavy towards A right now, that being SO9.
Yet again,
Daybreak.
Daybreak on their preferred side. Proof instantly taken down by Mason. Angle exposed. Dart goes out as well. Pace being pushed, but Paint straight through the smoke. Azuro walking out, sleeping. But Onodaya as well catches reality. Everything is going crazy right now. Thriving in the chaos though. It's Daybreak. Izanami. Nice pick onto Onodaya, but Paint hits a belter. Cage goes out. Animated allowed to walk back unchecked. Mason catches this dart out. Walks straight into it. Still finds Paint somehow. Viper, last one left alive.
Position unknown though, but never mind a Clove getting the wrap. Animated right behind him, catching the timing, and
oh, it goes so wrong. He's 1 HP though.
No.
Should be easy. Oh my god, animated finally. 7 to
Animated
6.
pulling through.
Yet another pistol for the side of Daybreak.
Yeah, that's both pistols now on this map.
I need to leave in 17 minutes. I need this map to finish in 17 minutes. So 4-1 setup for the side of Daybreak.
Same as last round. Oh my goodness.
It's just a walkout for the side of Shadow of 9. It's a Guardian though holding this, and if he falls, Proof though running away, caught on an angle Paint, wants to get the trade. Azuro holding close. Izanami though foils his plan. Dart goes out on site, finds nothing. Allowed to walk out. Average with the plant as well. Reality catches Viper walking out, trying to catch an angle. Onodaya, heal comes through.
Oh no.
Animated catches Paint. Mason as well. An 8th round for side of Daybreak. Pulling ahead for the first time in a while in this series. Avoiding what seemed to be the inevitable last map.
Yeah, last map was I mean, a wash. You know, you can only do so much after a game like that. And I mean, as I was saying, going into this one, their backs are against the walls. They're expected to lose right now. I mean, you know, so there's only as much pressure as they put on themselves, and it looks like they're not putting too much, and they're taking it very well.
Proof with the Outlaw might be able to find something. Going searching, but Mason! Oh my god! Half a second to react, and react he does, allowing Izanami to walk up and take this cubby space. Azuro, bottom mid. Everyone's losing their fights. All of a sudden, Average still searching straight through the wall, teleports out. Shocks go through though. Average has the read!
No.
What a guy! Hunting them down!
Oh my goodness.
Onodaya hoping to patch this up, but is only a band-aid. It's a temporary solution to a long-term problem here. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Found. Paint dies, goes down in this cubby space. Onodaya allowed to walk out middle, catches Izanami, but doesn't do much to aid the issue, which is it's a 4v2, and now it's a 4v1. Reality, shots are good. Viper forced to save.
This should do. Oh, this is a nice spot.
Shutting down one though.
I must wait a moment.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy that Izanami is just allowed to do whatever she wants on the
Yeah, I
arena.
mean,
Like I would think that maybe the more, I guess the better pick here would be a Phoenix or even a Yoru. But I guess in typical Daybreak fashion, they're not, I mean, they look like they're playing meta, but in all reality, they'd probably be doing stuff like this even if it wasn't the meta. They're just doing whatever they want to.
Yeah.
Daybreak as well, doing their typical Daybreak fashion, searching for Viper.
Not expecting
Manages
the
to make
full
it out
Cypher setup at
alive.
once. Just a very well executed round from Daybreak right there. Just getting timely picks everywhere, you know, whether it be mid, cubby, tree, the opening pick from from Mason. Brain fart. The opening pick from Mason, and following it up on by Scooby Doo.
I think it's pretty illegal that a player like Onodaya can go 21 and 10 and still be down like this. Proof break goes out.
Oh my goodness!
But it's an absolute massacre. 4v3 now. Azuro catches an angle, fake TP goes through, trying to fake the back away, but Izanami has the read, doesn't fall for it even for a moment. Looks the other way, however, allows Azuro to play. Jet alone in B main, animated alone in A main, but it does end ultimately in a B split.
Oh, no.
Onodaya catches average, jumping down into nothing. Izanami
No.
gets caught up by Onodaya on site, and all of a sudden, this is getting dangerous. Onodaya doesn't even need a rifle.
All he needed was 2 bullets.
Group comes through. Mason alone in B main, holding this angle. Onodaya might just have the read, however. Animated caught up, and Onodaya
Spike down.
ruins any chance that this round might have had for Daybreak.
30 seconds left.
Unless.
Animated might just be able to do a madness here. However, the time is just too low at this point.
Yeah.
10 seconds left.
Needed the knife to come out sooner.
Thrifty.
Sure what we're walking for though.
Thrifty will come through.
Really?
Animated catches Onodaya just running through, but just a small constellation prize. Consolation prize. Oh my god.
You take what you can get sometimes.
100%.
Yeah, just a really rough round right there. Ono being able to hold down B site by himself, you know, something that you normally do with, you know, your KJ or any other Sentinel, but it doesn't matter when you have Ono holding it down.
Take flight.
Instant Daybreak call comes through. It's a clear mid. Take some of this free space back, quote unquote. Bottom had smoked, but Paint doesn't even need sightlines to do damage. Just holding this angle, but decides to back off. Orb will be taken for animated. One closer to this Clovolt that he's been so nice with so far. Izanami yet again inserts herself into tree. Takes the angle, finds the first, backs out immediately. No trade to come through this time around. Molly for stall, doesn't even need it. Spike still over towards mid. Paint has found his way into market. Mason. Does he expect it? I don't believe he does.
No, he doesn't.
Owen Paranoia about to go through. Paint catches Mason out.
Here.
Izanami
My eyes are
found
down.
out by the camera. Finally goes down. Not before the game plan is ultimately exposed.
30 seconds left.
Reality in mid, searching around, trying to find Azuro. Has the read, or does he? I don't believe he does. However, Azuro does run away.
Yeah.
Back turn to Reality. Viper on site, 1 HP. No help so far.
My
Onadaya,
God.
though, from heaven. Absolute chaos.
Oh,
Finds average.
What a
Down
sub-hole.
A.
10 seconds.
10
Spike
seconds
yet
left.
to be planted. Animated. Does go down, but the wall.
smoke drop?
The wall. Oh my god, the wall does so much damage. Animated. Ultimate goes down. Onadaya. His ult in return. Reality sits him down immediately in return. His positioning is exposed. Drone goes through. Izanami head angle not good for it. Reality last one's alive. Odin in heaven will have to be dealt with. Allows Onadaya to drop down. Dart goes through. Top of the spike. Reality forced to swing out and clear it. And into Onadaya yet again.
Onadaya 27 and 11. Jeez.
Wait, so I low-key have to go, but I'm gonna leave the stream running. Any chance that you could, like, just take over casting this?
Yeah, bro, I got you. I'll do what I can.
Thank you. Sorry about
Of course. Alright, well, as we see here, score's now 9-8. I'm taking over as the solo caster.
Shadows travel.
One way going up on A. Just trying to control this main space, getting proof inserted in wine. Daybreak making the same play that they've been making, trying to get all this good control, get Izanami up tree, but gets caught this time by Paint. Finally shutting that down after round of giving Izanami so many picks there. The drone doesn't catch the wine gets cleared, taking out proof, but the drone did not clear the jet walking up mid, but he gets caught off guard by Azuro with the op. Oh no, holding the main. Paint picking up the cat now. About to swing into two. Oh my goodness, but they just were ready. But they weren't ready for oh no, yes they were! Viper waiting for the plant. Double Odin.
Spike planted.
5 HP on Azuro.
Last player
They
standing.
know that, but he
One
gets the
enemy
one.
remaining.
Average wrapping around heaven. No noise made. Viper. No. Oh my god! Average whiffing on Viper, giving him the time to turn. Oh my goodness. What a save. Sure they're gonna have to talk that one out. Oh my goodness. Daybreak just making the same play last round. They were able to get the bomb down, but unfortunately it did not end how they wanted it to. Average did have the right play, just unfortunately did not finish the play properly. Daybreak sending 5 over to B though.
Watch this.
The KJ ult coming out. The dart coming soon. The jet entry through. Oh my goodness, just laying all the ults down. The Sova ult comes through. Is he able to get one? He gets Viper with it. Bomb going down.
Spike planted.
Reality able to pick off Ono right there. Proof having to dash out. Mason holding close on the stairs. They just have full control of every possible angle. Azuro getting chased down by their alarm bots, swinging out, able to get Reality. They're able to pick off 3 right there, but they're not ready for Mason to be close with the judge, and he gets 1. Comes down to just animated an Omen, and oh my goodness, Paint saving the day. Now that is how you win a 1v1. Oh my goodness. Also picking up 4 that round. They just weren't ready for the flood from all three. And they just got their timely picks, and that was that. It was a good take, though. Just unfortunate it wasn't able to finish.
Get out!
Proof popping the jet knives.
Careful here.
Smoking off that cat, the dart coming through market. No info given. Shots flying mid. No body shot, but there it goes Izunami. Taking out the controller player. Proof barely misses the head of paint.
Right here.
Oh, you're scaring me, Proof. But they're not ready for Ono. They're not ready to quit. He makes noise. Oh, he still gets one. Here comes the heal. The shock dart should. Never mind. Able to fully get out after getting his. Really scary timing. Viper does hear one main though. Just waiting. Izunami fully inserted in their spawn. Just waiting.
30 seconds
Oh
left.
no.
Phoenix.
Oh my goodness. Oh, but the Odin's just too much. 2 versus 3. Viper ready.
Enemy
Reality isn't. Animated having to take a fight CT, but too many Odins. Too many Odins. The Odins are everywhere, and they're doing all of the heavy lifting for SO9 right now. Things are starting to look grim for Daybreak. Just as Daybreak was getting back into it, they're now staring down an 11-9 deficit. But definitely not something that they haven't come back from so far. I mean, as we saw in the beginning, when they were down, 1-4, they took it 6-4. But since going 6-4, they've only won 3 rounds. Oh my goodness. Mason getting picked off right away. So does Izunami peeking out from tiles. And now they just control all of A, and there's... Oh my goodness. Just fully collapsing on that. Average able to get one, but gets instantly traded out by Ono. Reality.
Turn down.
Too many bodies. But it doesn't matter because Reality catches him when he's not ready. Reality getting 2, but he's not aware to the one in his spawn. Oh no. Never mind. Oh no. Shutting down any glimpse of hope that they might have had to take that round back. Now staring, 9-12. They know they can take B, they just want to do it, they want to get it done. They need to make this happen. Sending 5 at B, they're gonna run down right into the Odin. Oh no!
My turn.
Instantly traded out by Izunami. There's another Odin on site, ready to get another. Oh no. Ults flying, shots flying, people swinging, Odins everywhere. Nobody's ready for it. Viper holding down the site. Average jumping through, goes down to Viper!
Defenders win.
Allowing SO9 to take the 3-0 match point against Daybreak. Wow. What a map. 34 coming out from Ono. Izunami really tried. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. Taken down 9-13. SO9. I'm not really too sure what to do here, since
I don't think we can end the stream.
yeah, we can't really end the stream. But yeah, everybody, thank you for watching. All the players, thank you for playing. I'm happy to have been able to be here for this. But everybody, have a great one. And thank you again.
you.